If your ex never wanted to fight in the relationship and you were like the goose, you were the fighter. Ultimately, they got overwhelmed because they didn't want to get into things, and you felt like your feelings were being dismissed, and they never wanted to get to the bottom of things with you. And ultimately, you broke up because of this. Watch this video. I'm Benny Lichtenwallner. I help people get their exes back. And if this has happened to you, probably what's happening is that you have a fearful avoidant attachment style. So that is, you've been through some kind of abuse or trauma in the past, either exes cheating, your parents cheating on each other, physical, verbal, mental, sexual abuse, something that has scarred you. And so you use conflict as a way to, make sure that everything's safe and make sure that that you're on the same page as your partner so you don't get hurt. Okay. And your partner is most likely a dismissive avoidant where they avoid conflicts at all costs because they were neglected as a child and they don't really have the bandwidth for these big emotional expenditures like getting into arguments. So they want peace, and that leaves you feeling like your feelings are dismissed and not settled in terms of, whatever issue triggered you. And it just causes you to want to get to the bottom of shit even worse, which also then makes them want to pull away even more. A lot of times dismissive avoidants don't think to be as communicative in relationships as what you would prefer. So they don't check in as much while they're out, or if they go on vacation, they don't really hit you back while they're out, this kind of thing. And it makes you feel unsettled, like maybe they're doing something that they shouldn't be or whatever. And again, it's just that their first person experience of the world is not as it's not as in harmony with other people as maybe somebody that had emotionally available parents. Again, they grew up faster than other people. They were doing their own laundry or cooking their own dinner early, and they were left to their own devices. So they don't think to, check in with you the same way as somebody would that is used to having these more tightly knit relationships. And that can make you feel super uneasy. Sometimes they really are doing shady shit when they're not talking with you, right? And sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're just taking their space and utilizing their independence just to kind of reorient themselves because that's what they're used to. But bottom line is that if you guys had a bunch of fights, what's happening is that it's overwhelming that dismissive avoidant because they don't have the energy for it. They just want peace. Now, this is a fundamental breakdown between two people that love each other, right? You each have different wounds. They have the neglect wound that makes them feel not good enough. You have the betrayal wound that makes you sensitive to danger. And these two things play off of each other and drive you guys even further apart. And this can definitely be overcome. It's got to be overcome in therapy and learning communication patterns and conflict resolution. But you can't even get that far if you can't bring them back into the relationship. So if you would like some help getting your ex back, click in my profile, click this link, set up a call with me, tell me your story, and I'll give you a step-by-step plan to get your ex back.